Welcome to the 365 Commitment Podcast. My name is Paul Lunny. I'm a business owner and entrepreneur, and each day we're here to bring you your daily dose of commitment, motivation, and inspiration to help you achieve your goals and make your dreams a reality. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today. Let's get started and make today the best it can be. Life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. John C. Maxwell. Hello and thank you for joining us today. I hope you are and having an amazing start to your day, amazing lunch, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world listening to this. Thank you very much for joining us. Yesterday, I wrote a couple of blogs and our podcast was about sacrifice and how in order to be successful and achieve the goals that you want to achieve, you need to make sacrifices today in order to live the life that you want to live tomorrow. So today, I want to talk about choices, the choices we make every single day, and how they can have an impact on your life without you even realizing. So every single day we make choices, hundreds of them without realizing. Some of them are very big, ones that we take time to think about, and they have a huge impact on our lives there and then. It might be deciding to move home, change job, it could be anything. But there are lots of little decisions and little choices we make every single day that have a huge impact on our lives, not just today, but tomorrow, potentially 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, 2 years down the line, that we don't really think about. Now, that could be the lunch you had today. Did you have a healthy salad, or did you go for a high-calorie fast food option? Did you get up at 5 a.m. or did you have an extra hour's sleep? Have you been to the gym today or have you not? So the choices that we make every single day in the blink of an eye, the micro decisions, shall I say, have a huge impact on our lives every single day, and they can have a long-lasting impact on our lives. So really the podcast today and what I want to talk to you about is focusing on those small choices that really do start to add up. So many of us, and I include myself in this generalization, make decisions without thinking about them, without even realizing we're making decisions, without even realizing we're making a choice. And it's almost like moving blindly through life without taking the time to think about the possibilities or consequences of our actions. Take weight, for example. I've put a lot of weight on, which I am now losing. You'll be happy to hear. I put a lot of weight on over the last few years. And I didn't put all that weight on in a day. It didn't happen after one slice of cake or one meal out or one set of drinks after work. It happened over a number of months and years of not being mindful of my diet. And not being mindful of the choices you make every single day can lead you somewhere that you don't want to be. Each choice we make will have a couple of different effects on us. Firstly, it affects our mind's ability to rationalize the choices we make. Now, often we make very small decisions initially, and I'll use my weight as an example. One day you wake up and think, wow, how did I get here? How did I put this much weight on? Or, if you take your career, how did I end up in this job? Or how have I not got a promotion? Or I'm unhappy in my relationship. How did I get here? And the answer to that question is it happens in very small steps. Okay, one meal at a time, one missed appointment at a time, one opportunity to say I love you that you didn't take. So it happened. All these things in our lives happen in actually quite small increments. The odd unhealthy dessert as a starter, eating out, you maybe eat more times than perhaps you should. I know I do, and maybe I have an extra glass of wine a week. Slowly these things start to add up, and soon my meal choices started to change, and very slowly people's behavior starts to change, and yeah, that's kind of what happens. Without realizing, you end up in a situation where your whole behavior, and my behavior specifically around food in this case, it could be your whole behavior towards someone, it could be your attitude towards your job, your career, it could be anything, attitude towards the gym. It's completely diverged from where you were when you started. Okay, and these sorts of things happen one choice, one decision, one moment at a time. They don't happen in one go. Now, one hamburger won't kill your diet, but understanding that we're making repeatedly the wrong decision can have a significant impact on your life is really, really important. To the old analogy, you've got two parallel lines. One of them you move just half a degree away from the other line, and initially there's not much difference there. They still seem to be running parallel to the eye, but over time, as the distance gets further and further, that half a degree distance eventually ends up somewhere completely different, and as you move forward. So we apply this same school of thought and this same logic to our sales teams. One bad call doesn't ruin a day, but repeatedly making the same mistakes, repeatedly making the wrong choices can actually have a massive impact on someone's ability to perform, your confidence, your success in a position. And again, this applies to every aspect of your life. So for the rest of today and maybe this week, especially over the next week, as we look at getting the wheels in motion to changing things, in a year's time, and this blog is called 365 Commitment, in a year's time, you could be anywhere. You could be doing anything. But the choices you make today will impact where you, arrive in 364 days' time. So for the remainder of this podcast series and perhaps for the remainder of the week, just take a moment to think about the choices that you're making. Be mindful of the choices that you're making. I know that is my focus at the moment, to be mindful of the individual, small, little, insignificant choices that I make that actually are going to add up to a huge difference. Use that self-discipline muscle. Get it going. Don't take the easy route. And just stop and think, is this having an impact on my life? I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast, and I hope you enjoyed yesterday's, and I hope you enjoyed the podcasts coming up. If you have enjoyed or found any of the thoughts and ideas that we've spoken about or talked about interesting, please share the posts, the articles we write, this podcast. Please share them. We succeed by working as a team. You, I, your friends and family, my friends and family, my staff, we all work by supporting each other and by sharing positive ideas that make a positive impact on our day-to-day lives. So if you have enjoyed it, please spread the love, please share. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'm really looking forward to speaking to you tomorrow, and hopefully for the rest of the day we can be more mindful of the choices that we make. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.